I hope you're doing well. So I had a really difficult day yesterday. The whole entire day. Came out of nowhere and don't know what was going on. The Schumann resonance was a little high, but not that bad. So I don't think that was it. I can tell you though, I have been in pain from head to toe practically for days, except for the time I wore that patch. That was probably a day and a half that I wasn't so much in pain, but it had really took a toll on my mental health. And I didn't do a video about how I was yesterday because I didn't video one yesterday. I should say I didn't record one yesterday. I'm trying to learn proper English. Sometimes it doesn't work. But all day yesterday, I kept thinking in negative ways. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I was asking my guides to please help me through this difficult time, mentally and physically. And I don't often ask them for help, but I have realized that if they really feel that I don't need help, they won't help me. And I'm okay with that. I am so okay with that because I know my guides know. They know me inside and out. For my mental health and my pain, I was begging for help. Well, not really begging. I was just like, can you please help me? And they know. They watch me and they hear me. And I'm pretty sure that they could feel your pain, actually. I say this because they have watched me go through 2 weeks of migraine. And I'm here to say that migraine was hell. It was pure hell. And I don't think I asked them for help. Of course, they can't interfere. But they have interfered a couple of times, in which I'm grateful for because those were proper times for them to interfere. And maybe that was in the contract also. That I don't know. For the migraine, on the last day of the 2 week, I begged them. Well, no, I didn't beg them. I laid down and I said, I do not know how much more I can do this. And I might have said, please help me. I can't remember. It's been a while. That night, I woke up with like air bubbles is what it felt like going through my head. And when I opened my eyes, it looked like what it was, blood coming out. I don't know or think it was. I don't know. But that was the end of that migraine last night. I think, I was editing the video that I just uploaded today. Yeah, it was today. And it's supposed to upload it yesterday, but my kid's dad internet is so bad. So bad. I'm editing and my mind goes in and out on my life, and I'm sitting there thinking, to myself, I am so tired of hurting every single day. I'm so tired. And it's like, it's not only from the car accident injuries that I received that were permanent, but now it's my tendons, my surgery sites that hurt, and it gets to you. It really does. And I'm not sitting here saying I need special treatment or I don't feel anybody else in the world is going through pain. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it's my difficulty. It's my life, and it hurts and you get tired of it. But I go in bed last night and I don't think I was all the way to sleep. I started having those thoughts that I have told you about that, and I can't remember what those thoughts were last night. But I remember my mind was elsewhere, and I think the words are coming through as the old man of wisdom or something. I might be wrong, but it's things to me that I'm not fully aware of. And I remember I was on my phone doing color by numbers, and my thoughts were going that way. And I'm like, oh, you're here. And then I started smelling them. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're here. Then my ears started ringing in a specific way. And usually when that happens, they're really there. And all of that together, I feel that they were saying, get off your phone because we need to do what we got to do to you. And I don't think I did right away. I don't remember what made me get off. But I did. I put my phone down, and I think maybe I was fixing to go to sleep. But the next thing I remember, I almost want to cry. This is so hard to describe. It's so hard because I don't know what's going on. I can only tell you what I feel. And for those of you that may be new, I'm talking about my star family coming to work on my body. My star family, which is my guides also. All of a sudden, I felt all over my body. And it was really strong, but painless. And it felt so good. I couldn't tell if it was coming from the outside in or from the inside out. But all I know was it was in my head, in my face, in my arms, my stomach, my legs. It was everything. And usually when they do something like this, it's in one spot. Let's just say it could be my stomach only or my head only, you know. But this was the whole body. And it was so comforting. And I'm sitting there and it's just this deep, firm, forceful, painless pulsing. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh my God, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. And I'm laying there, and then my daughter comes home. And, you know, you can hear her open up the door, and her dog was in bed with me, and he jumps off. And I remember thinking, please don't stop. Because usually when they hear something that is happening in the house or same vicinity, they will stop. But they didn't. And I remember thinking in my head, please don't stop. Please don't stop. Please stay. And they did. And it was still going. And then my daughter evidently thought maybe that I was awake. And she goes past my door, and I heard her say, hello. And that's how we say hello to each other. And I didn't say anything because, one, I was tired and trying to go to sleep. But two, I did not want my star family stopping. I knew they were in the process of doing something. I didn't want them to stop and take that chance of them not finishing, in which they probably would have, but just in case. So she goes on, and they kept going. And I'm sitting there thinking, I love this. I love this. It's just that feeling of pure love. And somebody, meaning them, is there helping me. And I loved it. Not many people help me. Actually, it's maybe a couple fingers on one hand of the people who help me. But anyway, I go to sleep. Or they put me to sleep. I tried to stay awake so I could feel it the whole time they were doing it. But no, I fell asleep. Or they put me to sleep. This morning, when I got up, I was a little sore. And it's always been difficult for me that when I wake up and get out of bed, those first few steps hurt my back. And it's been like that since my car accident. When I get out of bed, it takes a few moments for me to straighten all the way up because it hurts. And then for me to take those first few steps with my back moving hurts. But after that, it's okay. Until recently. But after I took my first few steps, I started realizing, wait a second. I'm not hurting that bad anymore. And so I'm getting ready for work, and I'm starting to realize, oh my gosh, you know, and my hip didn't even hurt today. Now, there were a couple times where I started walking fast, and I was like, oh, whoa, slow down. Because I kind of started feeling a pull. But today, I wasn't so much in pain anymore. Of course, it will come back. I'm pretty sure it will come back. I hope not, and I would love to stay positive and say it will never come back. It will never come back. And who's to say? You know, I might just retract that, whatever. And just, you know, hope for the best. But today was a pretty good day. But it wasn't too long before it was time for me to get off of work that certain thoughts were going through my head, and I keep wanting to say, no, stop. But I feel like it's a process because some of these thoughts I haven't completely healed yet, and it has done harm. It's thoughts of there's certain things that's happened in my life, and when I keep thinking about it, I know I haven't healed it. And sometimes I just stop thinking, and I don't think that's the process that anybody needs to go through. It's a never-ending process, I can say that much. This morning, I get up, and it's almost 60 degrees. It is now 5:23, 32 degrees. 32, and all I had was a sweater on. I'm like, are you serious? And my window from work is on, I don't want to give that much away, but it's a pretty good distance. And I was able to remote start the truck. And I started at what I thought was like 10 minutes before it's time to get off. But when I got out, it was off, but it was warm enough. But to get to my truck was probably a 2-minute walk, maybe 1 minute. I don't know. I tried to walk really fast without hurting my hip. But oh my gosh, it's cold. Again, I will say, I have Raynaud's. And what Raynaud's is that when it's cold, it hurts. And the worst cases of Raynaud's, your circulation will stop in certain limbs and fingers. And yeah, it's not fun. I've noticed when I edit my videos that when I talk to you, I tend to look around as I'm talking to you. Why I do that, I don't know. And I hope you didn't think that I was rude, because I am big on eye contact, although I don't see your eyes. In the last couple of videos, I'm like looking around and looking around. And some of the times that you don't see, I cut out because I'll stop talking briefly and my head will turn and I'll be looking around. I will say I love outside. I love looking outside. I love everything about outside except cold weather. So when I'm out, I tend to look everywhere. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't like winter because it's less greenery. And right now there's dead trees in front of me. Well, they're not dead. They're just leafless. There's shrubbery that's still green. And some of it is brown. But I'm really glad that today's Friday. Oh, let me back up a little bit more saying Friday. Yesterday, it was so bad. My mental health. Keep in mind that my Star family took away my depression and my anxiety. But my anxiety is back. Don't know why. Or at least I think it's anxiety. But yesterday, I was thinking, this isn't good. I haven't felt this way in a long, long, long time. And it's not very comforting and it doesn't feel good. I took next Friday off for mental health. But all day today, I'm like, do I need to take next Friday off? Because I feel really good today. I think I will take that Friday off still. It's PTO. I truly feel that everybody needs a mental health day. It's a shame that a lot of workplaces do not honor that. And I will say one thing further. It makes me angry that we work jobs that if you feel the way I did yesterday, you just cannot tell your manager, I'm having a really bad day. It's really bad. I need to go home. Can this not count against me? And can I still take PTO so I can get paid? A lot of jobs do not allow that. And this job doesn't either. But if you requested off 7 days later than the day you're asking, 7 days after that, they'll allow it. But I got home yesterday and I'm thinking, well, what if I feel better by then? You know, then it's useless. But like I said, I will take it because I'm pretty sure it will do me some good. I just feel that these workplaces need to understand that life is hard. Life is so freaking hard. And we should be able to take specific days off without going seven days forward. That if we're that bad and we can't concentrate at work and it's just bad, we have to be forced to stay there and work for somebody else to make all this money for them while we're not making that much money. We can barely even support ourselves, and you won't let us take a mental health day. I'm pretty sure that employees would stay longer at a company if that was offered. Because if you call in sick, that day you're supposed to work, that's counted against you. And if you're sick for a while, that's counted against you. I have debilitating vertigo, and my last one was 5 days. Can you imagine? I wasn't working at that time. I just had surgery, my Achilles tendon surgery. But I'm like, if I had debilitating vertigo again for 5 days, I would probably lose my job. Because when I wake up, it's there. It never happens while I'm awake. Now, on the other hand, I have had active vertigo for about a year now, maybe longer, but it's the type that I can do things all day. But when I lay down and roll to my right side, I'll spin really bad for maybe 5 seconds, and then it'll stop. But it doesn't feel good at all. If I look straight up, I'll spin. But yesterday, because of my mental, whatever I was going through, my vertigo was strong. I would just look around and lightly spin. And I remember thinking, please God, no. Please don't let me wake up in the morning with debilitating vertigo. It's not fun. I'm here to say that who would want to live that way? Nobody. No, I don't want to ever live that way. Now, I do feel that my vertigo is from migraines. But the last time I saw an ear, nose, and throat doctor, they wanted to put me in vertigo. Well, let me back up. My vertigo was like this. When I had this, well, it was kind of in the beginning of what I have right now, the mild vertigo, where I can function. I remember thinking, maybe it's going to come full force. Maybe I need to do the maneuver. They have you do these maneuvers and see if I can head it off, because I cannot miss work. So I get in bed, and they tell you to get on your back and have your head hanging off whatever you're laying on, but have it hanging off a little bit. Make sure your shoulders are still on the surface that you're laying on. And then, while in that position, you roll your head to the left. And I think you count so long, I can't remember how it is. And then you roll your body in that same direction. And then you count certain minutes, seconds, not minutes, seconds. And then once you're done on that side, and you go back to your back, and you lay there for a couple seconds, and then you roll your head to the right. And then you count for so many seconds, and then you roll your body that way. Well, I did that, and when I got to that one side, it threw me into vertigo. It was horrible vertigo. And I had my bedroom light on. And I was spinning really bad, and I'm talking really bad, and I'm freaking out in my head. I'm literally freaking out. And I'm saying, no, please no, go away, stop. And it wouldn't. And I break out in this sweat. And I started realizing that at that minute, I was breathing funny. And then I had thoughts of the past when my vertigo was active. When I would move, it would get extremely bad. But when I would stop and try to calm myself down, it was still bad, but not that bad. I just couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't see to text anybody because things are spinning. And I'm talking, they're spinning. But anyway, I laid in bed, and I just got out of the shower too. This is going to be TMI maybe. I raised my shirt up, and I just had panties and a t-shirt on. I raised my shirt up, and I'm sweating profusely, and I'm breathing like that. And I'm like, that's really weird. But anyway, I'm trying to come down, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I've got to turn the bedroom light off. I cannot get out of the bed and walk to that walk to the light switch. And then I remember I have a ceiling fan with a chain over me. So I counted to 3, and I grabbed that chain and turned the light off real quick, and I tried to get on my pillow as fast as possible. And I want to say, I usually, when I get like that, I keep a wet, cold washcloth around because it does help me. But I want to say that night, I didn't have one. But my hair was wet. So I'm assuming that saved me. But I get up there on my pillow, and I stay uncovered. I'm just sweating so bad. Thank God my hair's wet. And I'm like, oh God, I don't wake up in the morning with this still going. And I can't remember if I took my sleeping pills before I did those maneuvers or after. I don't think I did after. I was not going to risk making myself worse. And so I'm laying there praying, please, don't let this be here tomorrow. And thank God it wasn't. I woke up and it wasn't there, thank God. But the vertigo has still been with me since then, but I can function. I told my guides and my star family, I will take constant vertigo like I have right now every day, as long as they don't give it to me, as long as I don't have that debilitating vertigo, that I will take this daily anytime. Just don't let it become debilitating. And so far it's been that way. It's still not pleasant, but I'd rather keep it the way it is. So guys, this video is long. It's only 23 minutes, I guess. But I kind of want to tell you what was happening and what was up, and my visit, of course. And yeah, I'm going to end this here. I love you guys tremendously. And I'm going to send you all love, light, and peace. Bye.